referee Hewitt gets proceedings underway. Brad Mackay, Carige with first touch of the ball, and now Jared McCracken. Back in jumper number 4, Stuart Kelly. Paul Carige showing he is really a thinking man's rugby league player on that occasion.
Yeah, pretty brave play at that stage of the game.
One, Carige is glad paid off. John Simon makes the first break. Beats 1, beats 2. Can he get around the fullback? He doesn't have to. Shane Whereat touches down for the Eels.
So a good little play here from Jason Smith, who gets the ball out the back. And John Simon, as a halfback, great size and great strength, able to pull through a couple of tackles and still keep on his feet here despite the attention of a couple of Illawarra defenders, and get the one-arm left-handed pass away to Shane Whereat. Good play here from Jason Smith. Hits the ball up, able to keep the right arm free, offloads to John Simon, and there through the Mackay tackle, a right foot step on Brendan Reeves, a one-arm tackle, and despite the attention now of Rodwell.
It's it badly. It is well wide of the post, but Mario Fennick, great start by the Eels.
Yeah, I don't know about you up there in the box, but to me it seems like Parramatta are playing a lot quicker than Illawarra. Illawarra getting back nice and slow, and the offloads by Parramatta. Illawarra must stop the offloads. We saw
Raper back to the open side for Morgan. Who's out there? Back on the inside for Dean Pay. Pay offloads for Barnes, and Parramatta are looking dangerous. Last tackle. Bell, Simon, high ball. Whereat is steaming through. It bounces in space. That is an easy try for Shane Whereat. Try number 2. Will he give it? No. Knock on is the call.
Well, this is absolutely amazing if he hasn't scored. A devil of a bounce here for the Illawarra side. They should never let this ball go to ground. They both stand and watch. The ball comes back on a terrible bounce, and Shane Whereat, I can only assume, has knocked this ball on. The front-on view will tell best. A good kick from John Simon, holding up in the breeze, as we said before. Illawarra players allowed it to bounce. Straight back to Shane Whereat, and this should have been the easiest try. Yep, dropped it.
Well, that is a great decision. This team. Now McGregor. Barrett standing wide. Ball. Reeves gets it away for Clifford. It's a foot race. Clifford gets across the line. The Steelers are back in this match. It's 4-all of a sudden.
Yeah, well, that's what they needed. They needed a good set of 6 down this end of the field, just to snap the lethargy out of the legs. And it came when Trent Barrett got the second receiver at his normal 5'8" position. A nice cut out there, pass there, behind and in front of a couple of teammates. And Clifford footed it with Whereat down the sideline and showed terrific strength to pull through the Carige tackle and get the ball down. It was McGregor at first receiver and Trent Barrett at a more comfortable second receiver position, playing halfback today, but normally a 5'8". Gets the ball on the Brendan Reeves, and this is the money ball here. Round the corner, selectively to his winger, Clifford, who showed good pace to get away from Whereat, and then good strength to come back on the inside and get the ball down, despite Paul Carrige's attention. A nice hit back from Illawarra, a confidence builder, and they needed that badly.
Brendan Reeves, who came up into the first grade lineup, he played the first half of second grade, gets the ball away to Clifford. Now, Clifford had already scored 8 tries going into this game. He now has 9. I think he had 8 tries after just 8 games in the Optus Cup. It's been a bit of a drought for him lately. The kick by Bradstreet is waved away. 4-all, and Mario Fennick, it's a funny game.
exactly the injection of confidence they need, the Steelers. The wonderful pass by Reeves, that was the money ball, as Phil Gould said. And Clifford surprised me for pace. Certainly he got to the line quite easily and managed to roll over and score what should prove to be a crucial try for Illawarra.
Right, he had plenty of work to do. Clifford did extremely well.
Just got to understand with this Illawarra side, there are, despite the McGregors and the Rodwells and the Brad Mackays, there are a lot of young fellas in this side playing away from home against a good side like Parramatta. Probably not the real self-belief that was necessary early in the game, but now a couple of breaks. Here's Clifford again.
Clifford again, Whereat chases. Carige comes across. Carige has made a mess of it. Whereat didn't help him, and Clifford gives the Steelers an 8-4 lead. They're in front. They've scored 2 tries to 1. What's happened to the Eels?
Talk about confidence. You give them an inch and they're going to take a mile on you. On the second tackle from the restart, Leikvoll across the field gets a beautiful pass away to Clifford, who has lost nothing in pace to Shane Whereat. We've spoken about his running credentials. And Paul Carige, for the second time, can't get a handle on this flying Illawarra winger. And he races around and puts his right underneath the post. A good run across the field. You'll see there where the winger Whereat came in on a tackle he didn't have to make. That gave Clifford space down the edge, and Clifford easily steps back inside Paul Carige, who was found wanting in defence there. And Clifford, he can't believe his luck. 2 tries in the space of a minute. Good ball here. See Shane Whereat went in there. McGregor had that split player in defence. Whereat had no reason to go in. That provided space down the outside, and he can run, this fella.
Kenny White. The flags go up. And Illawarra in front by 10 points to 4. Midway through this opening half.
That'll give Illawarra a lot of hope. A couple of tries like that can really put some doubt in the Parramatta defence that was crunching earlier in the game. Now Illawarra know they've got some space out on the edges. A little more ball movement, and maybe they can get into their stride. Of course, Parramatta are no stranger to being behind on the scoreboard early in games.
Dymock, great ball for John Simon. Simon once again showing his strength. Collins for the corner, and Collins gets there. He gave the little in and the away, and then went over the try line. Big effort there by Collins.
Everybody here in the Western Grandstand are getting their money's worth today. All the action down this side of the field. 2 tries to Parramatta in this corner. A missed opportunity to Shane Whereat. 2 tries for the Steelers. Look at John Simon's strength here. The awareness to pick up his winger with a nice little in on the way there on Clifford. He thought for all money he was going to try to step back on the inside. Raper, Simon, on to Dymock. The first try was Smith back to Simon. This time Dymock back to Simon, and great strength behind the line. Finds Collins, and look at that for a little in and away.
He's a good player, Steve Collins.
Think about this, Clifford thought for all money he was going to come back on the inside. Virtually a replica of the first try in the game. Simon, strength. Long ball out to Collins. Collins, will I come inside? Nope. Going outside. Try.
He had a lot of work to do, Steve Collins. Try number 5 for the season. He's been playing reserve grade in the fullback position, Steve Collins. Brought up midway through the season. John Simon. He's been suffering from a injured big toe, which has been affecting his kicking. It's not a joke, I'll tell the truth. How will he strike this one? He strikes it nicely, but still waved away. Lacked the power and the punch needed. And the Eels, they still trail on the scoreboard, but would have knocked the plaits out of his hair. Simon, high ball. They're going to allow it to bounce again over the dead ball line just.
Attack at the moment because they can ill afford a try now.
Then Pay on the inside for John Simon. Steps around Reeves. Raper! Aaron Raper gets the try. The Eels are back in front by just 2 points. Plenty of tries to come yet, though. This game a long way from being over.
Well, it may be a long way from being over, but Illawarra have got to come to terms with the ball-playing ability in this Parramatta pack, because John Simon is having a field day. First it was Smith, then Dymock, and now Dean Pay have all put John Simon into space. And with his strength and ability to pick up support runners, 3 tries to the Eels, and this one is right alongside the uprights. It'll be a 6-pointer. A tremendous ball playing from the Parramatta forwards. The first try, Jason Smith, able to unload a one-arm pass for Simon to make the break. The second one was Dymock, and this time Dean Pay, before the line, turns the ball inside to Smith, to John Simon. Some poor marking up from the Illawarra inside forwards, and Aaron Raper, who backed up from the dummy half position, able to slide in alongside the post. And that's a killer. Mario Fennick just intimated that Illawarra could ill afford a Parramatta try. They've prized them open again, right up the middle of the ruck, and that is real danger signs for this Illawarra side.
John Simon, surely he can get this one between the sticks and over the crossbar.
Having a little talk to himself there.
He's played a hand in every try by Parramatta. The flags go up, the crowd cheers, and the Eels go further in front. 14-10. Dean Pay, back for Bell. Bell, Smith now. Oh, superb play by Smith. What about the pass? Aaron Raper. John Simon wants it, gets it. Long ball for Dymock. Dymock, Carige. Great tackle, Brett Rodwell. They've stacked the short side. The little kick, the chase. They won't get another set. Barrett. Long ball. Picked up on the run by Timmins. Last tackle, they're short on the blind side. They come to the open. Barrett, the little kick through, too big. Out of dummy half, Navale. Oh, the ball just a bit too tough. And Barrett and the Steelers will get one final shot. Jim Dymock having a breather. Into the half-time break, 5 seconds to go. Just one tackle left. 6 to go, though, the referee says. McGregor needs to kick, pass or score. Loose ball. Aaron Raper comes up with it. Well, the end of a fascinating first 40 minutes.
Very entertaining. I don't know that Brian Smith will be happy with Parramatta's last 5 minutes. And Andrew Farah has a big job in the dressing room at half-time to convince this Illawarra side they can still get up and win the game. It'll be an interesting half-time chat for both coaches in each dressing room.
Play underway. John Simon, big, deep kick. They have the breeze at their back. Seru brings it back. Very important time, stating the obvious coming up for both teams. 14 points to 10, Phil Gould. Who's going to dominate?
Well, you know, you've got to favour the home side in close matches like this, but it really gets down to Illawarra season. They've got a very hard run in front of them. It's a logjam back there in 7th space. Not that Parramatta are feeling comfortable, but they know they're going to be there semi-final time. You'd expect a little bit more desperation from the Steelers in this closing 40 minutes. That's a good start from Smith.
Craig Smith played all 3 Origin games for Queensland. Barrett, the kick. It'll find touch, I believe it does.
Scott Cram, a couple of good runs to start the second half. Here's Whereat back on the field.
Shane Whereat, now he uses his pace. Whereat, can he get around the fullback? Reeves did well, slowed him down, they got him from behind. Raper, the John Simon, they are on a roll. He gets rid of it to Smith. Smith to Bell. That's a super try. Referee Hewitt has called it back. I thought the pass was okay, the final one. Referee Hewitt, well, he simply disagreed.
Well, I'd say he's got a call from his linesman here. I think with the Illawarra player racing through, it could have given the impression this ball has gone forward. Jason Smith is down injured. Great take and juggle. Try for mine. A try for mine.
It's Mario. Smith. That's Barnes. In fact, Dymock coming up with the tackle. Brings a big cheer from the crowd. McGregor breaks down the left-hand side of the field. Inside ball. They'll score. Rodwell touches down for Illawarra. This has been a strange game of rugby league.
Yeah, we can put this try down. I mean, I know it was great defence from Jim Dymock, but his teammates didn't support him. Jim Dymock on the previous play came in with a tremendous hit. And from that ensuing play, they didn't line up on the far side of the field. A long pass from Barrett across the ruck, found space for McGregor down the left. And Rodwell here realising that the flying Shane Whereat was on his tail, changed direction. But a beautiful ball here from Trent Barrett. Right across the face of the ruck, back to McGregor, who's able to get on the outside of McCracken. Been playing in the forwards, couldn't foot it with the international centre. Inside to Rodwell, a tremendous support player. And just the start that Illawarra needed. They've begun this first half with a lot more vigour than they started. Well, begun this second half with a lot more vigour than they started the first half. And as I said, the importance of the situation obviously hasn't been lost on them. Andrew Farah would have reminded them at half-time just what this game means. And Parramatta, a try disallowed at one end to be hurt in the biggest possible way at the other.
And you're unbiased, as I am.
Well, again, his speed on McCracken. What's the difference there? Shane Whereat is getting a real pummeling over on that right-hand wing from the Illawarra side. All their long passes like this. They forced a couple of offloads, getting a little bit nervous with the score so close in a game that they're expected to win. They'll be looking for a little bit more composure now in an attacking situation.
Morgan. Dymock now. Oh, the ball by McCracken. Knocked on. A lot of points to the Eels.
Well, that happened right in front of me, and I agree with Phil Gould. An absolute disgrace by the referee. Crucial play.
Kick for Whereat. I think Whereat's onside. What about the pace he gets there? Will he be given it this time?
I think he's offside.
He goes across to the touch judge. He's going to come back and give it. No. Illawarra get the penalty. 2 disallowed tries.
No way. No way. This is the second fair try denied Parramatta in the second half. And Shane Whereat, who is a flying machine, does not need to be onside, does not need to be offside to chase those kicks. That was not offside.
Barrett, the dummy. Oh, Bell! Bell has the intercept. Has he the pace? I think he has. Jason Bell goes for the line and he gets there. Bell just got there. Photo finish. It's a try. Eventually the crowd, they get the cheer. 2 disallowed. He had to give that one, surely.
Ball down, no problem.
And put the hands up in the air. I thought Timmins might have got him, but Bell shows surprising pace. Knew he was quick over 20 or 30, but he kept going for 60.
Yeah, well, he held him for the first 30. That was important. Then Timmins had to make up 5 yards in 25. Not easy to do. What's the slide? Yep, try.
Yeah, try.
If he can kick this, Parramatta can think field goal to close it out.
John Simon. Well, where's Chook? Mario Fernick, Chook Heron.
Yeah,
Need him back.
A try against the run of play, you'd have to say. Barrett looked quite promising for Illawarra. Found Bell.
Pushing that pass on the inside to Horsnell. He did well to hang on to it, Brett Horsnell. Former Seagull and Crusher. Well, referee Hewitt taking no action. Simon, loose ball, Smith. Barnes, Navale for the corner. Does he get there? Referee Hewitt says yes. And Parramatta, they score in the corner, but don't put your money on the kick.
Well, when we get vision of this, you're going to see what a champion footballer is. Jason Smith not only goes back to retrieve this from his side, but can't wait to get up and promote the football, and that really catches Illawarra napping.
Close.
John Simon, a selective pass that goes behind his teammates. The ball could have been won by Illawarra. Jason Smith gets back, retrieves it, down, up, pass. No thought of just protection of the ball. And that's why great players turn games. Here's the Navale, he scored for sure.
For John Simon. He's a genius, John Simon. He gives them the lead. Kicking it from the sideline. Back now for Barrett. Bradstreet for Barrett. Oh, simple knock on by Timmins. And inside the 10, so...
Yeah, big bonus for Illawarra.
And they're inside the 10 again. If they touch Barrett, he should have taken them on. Timmins. Barrett again. Smith. Oh, Smith one-on-one with Simon. I thought he was a chance. Reeves. Short ball, Barrett held up by Carige. Troy Campbell around the legs. 24-14. Callaway. McGregor's hard to stop from here. McGregor, he is hard to stop. And McGregor goes across. The Steelers, they are not dead yet. But really, they should not have dropped off.
Yeah, well, I'm going to point to some illegal play here from the Illawarra side. They did this 2 rucks in a row. Go back to the play the ball. You see the Illawarra player standing in the play the ball there, which just allowed Callaway to get out from dummy half and provide some space for McGregor. Now, he had to get through a lot of tackles to score the try, but you see the Illawarra player standing in the play the ball there. That's a ploy they use quite regularly. It just holds the markers up. It makes your defence have to come in instead of sliding out. It doesn't make up for the missed tackles on the edges of the ruck, but it gives you the space you need. Callaway was able to get out of dummy half, get McGregor one-on-one on the edge of the ruck. A dummy, a bad miss by Nathan Barnes. Jason Smith up over the top.
So Illawarra get to within striking distance well and truly. That's a quick play the ball, got it. Craig Smith, he'll look to pass, does so. McGregor, look at him go, McGregor.
Yeah, good work, Jason Bell. Playing with a sprained ankle, but he got out of dummy half there quickly to get McGregor, who created space down the right-hand side.
Last tackle. Reeves, Barrett. The longer kick this time. Looking to pin Whereat. He's got some work to do, Shane Whereat. Can't get out of his own in goal. Craig Smith. Great charge. Was playing rugby union up until 4 years ago, Smith.
Fair bit of rugby union skill there.
Reeves, chance for the Steelers. They'll level the scores. The Illawarra Steelers level the scores at 24 apiece with Parramatta. Well and truly, what a game.
Craig Smith, rugby union skills to the fore here. You would have to ask if he was held. Parramatta were running back in defence. Off to Reeves. Reeves looked to be held up over the top. He gets one out the back.
Adam Bristow.
And Adam Bristow.
Reeves.
Illawarra were denied 2 competition points at North Sydney earlier this year with a kick after the bell from in front.
It's Timmins.
Probably justice here if Reeves can slot this one over.
Can he do it? It is just desperation. Illawarra have already had 3 draws this season. The bench is very nervous. More draws than any other team in the Optus Cup.
Yeah, tremendous performance by the Steelers today. Trying to get themselves into field goal range.
Mario Fennick.
The critical thing for Illawarra, though, they need a good set here. They've got to advance this football and put a kick on the end of it.
Mackay. Dean Pay. Mackay keeps it alive. Was he tackled? Referee Hewitt says no. Reeves. Craig Smith. Can't offload this time because Jason Smith grabs him around the throat. Barrett thought about the field goal. McGregor. Timmins. Timmins a little kick. Barrett. Here's a chance for Barrett. That's a sensational try. It could be the try of the year. Barrett scores. Spectacular rugby league at its very best for Trent Barrett, the young superstar. That's why he's a superstar. The winning streak comes to an end. Trent Barrett, he raced up into row G, jumped over 20 fans, back onto the field and scored the try. What an effort.
I don't know what to say. He's back on halfway, Trent Barrett, shapes for a field goal from 50 metres out, throws it to McGregor, and this was always going to be trouble. Timmins runs towards Seru, gets the kick out, or Valley, sorry, Trent Barrett, soccer skills. He's had to go out to row G to get around the corner post, dives back in field. Oh, what a rugby league try.
Well, it doesn't get much better. McGregor.
Can you believe this?
Timmins.
Down the sideline, Barrett, he's run down the outside of the field, dived in field to take the ball and put it down in the corner.
And did it all with plenty of panache. The winning streak for the Eels is now over. Trent Barrett. Now Timmins, the left foot. I can tell you, if you're a youngster out there and you want to make a lot of money, go and practice your goal kicking. It's the final 8 seconds. Scott Cram goes away. That's the full-time siren. The Steelers celebrate. 28-24. The winning streak comes to the end. The Eels with 2 tries disallowed early in the second half. Still, it's in black and white now. 28-24. The Steelers, now they rocket up the Optus Cup table. They go from 17 to 19 points and join Sydney City and the Gold Coast.
The champions of the Illawarra. When they got hold of the ball, the opposition will fall.